The tornado sirens sounded, but there were no storms projected in the weather forecast. Growing up in Tornado Alley, you learn to respect the sirens. They wail their low, sorrowful cry, warning you to get underground before the sky falls apart. I grew up in a town west of the capital. It was nestled in a large valley, with the city just a mere 30 minutes away. It was small and tight-knit, the kind of town you'd want to raise a family in. As a kid, I loved my little home. But as the years passed and the big companies moved in, the little sanctuary turned into a metropolis. This often happened to the townships bordering the city. It was a sad but obvious reality. The city always spreads. My family, trying to flee the city up and moved south, nearer the Red River, onto a quaint 30-acre ranch. We made a neat farm and raised many animals. I began attending a small church where I'd eventually meet my wife, Aubrey. When I turned 18, I felt my country's calling to join the army and my college's calling. I joined in an attempt to pay for my higher education, because my family, well off as they may have been, wasn't willing to pay. My first duty station was only a state over, but after my first contract, I decided to leave and try my luck back in my home state. So Aubrey and our baby girl, Macy May, moved back to the farm. I began job searching, something that would cater to my military training. After a long process of interviews, polygraphs, background checks, and the lot, I started working for an intelligence agency at a site that officially never existed. Don't worry about me breaking any NDAs. I doubt the agency is even a thing anymore. It was a perilous, 1.5-hour drive from the farm every day up to the big city. I normally carpooled with my dad as he worked at the airport there. He could drop me off a good 15 minutes before my shift started and still make it in time for him to get to work. It was at this new job I began to see the true horrors of the world, the things the media doesn't get to see, the people that quietly go missing, only for me to know they were killed by their governments and their families along with them. I had been at my new assignment for a mere week when I got the email that tortures me still. The subject line read, "Winter harvest begins 2:20 eyes North Godspeed." There was no body to the email, only the oddest classification I'd ever seen, QCLSPRSDUNLY. I knew I wasn't meant to see this. Perhaps it was a mistake in our filtering algorithm that I got it. Either way, it didn't matter. I got it, and I knew something no one else in my office did. I got up and told my manager I wasn't feeling well and that I needed to go home. He understood and let me off early. I called my father. "I got off early, can you come get me?" I managed to get out. "Yeah, I'm bored anyway, I'm coming." He got there about 15 minutes later, and we headed home in silence, something that wouldn't last for long. I tried to call Aubrey, I swear I did. I even tried the house phone, hoping my little 3-year-old would answer. Maybe her sweet little voice could soften my heart, if only for a few seconds. The thought of hearing my family's voice once more fled when the alert on my phone went off. "Warning, seek shelter immediately." That's when the sirens started, but that night, they screamed differently, fast, sharp, panicked. Like something was already there. Dad slammed on the brakes and pulled over near a 7-Eleven. We both got out, just in time to see the light. A white flash then, nothing but the siren. The half-second of nothing abruptly ended as the shockwave threw our car onto me. I was pinned there for 2 days. Half of it I was out cold, the other half I was too scared to move. I don't know how I survived, but I'm not glad I did. My skin practically singed off, and the white flash still lingered in my eyes. That day the world changed, not how you might think it would change after a nuclear attack though. The sky wasn't right anymore, the air smelled wrong, thick and metallic. Fires raged on without a fuel source. Shapes moved in the smoke, too big to be human. And the people, well, the ones who survived anyway, they weren't right either. Though I don't remember a time when they ever were. It's been 3 days now, and I still haven't seen the sun. I'm holed up in an old firework warehouse. The computers and internet still work, but at night, when the sirens are the loudest, I hear howls as if someone wants the sirens to stop as bad as I do. I sit here with nothing but the computer screen to give off light. I'm hungry, thirsty, and tired. Most of all, though, I want to find Aubrey and Macy. I write to you all in an attempt to understand my situation. Was anywhere else as devastated as this? Is anyone on the internet still? Am I the only one still alive? Have you seen the things that happen? Part II.